Hello there, this is Sammy33. We're going to take a quick little detour here as we look at some Cardinal stats as we get the season started. We are slightly above 10% of the way through the season. We are 9 and 9. Didn't seem like we would start that way, let me tell you. Some rough goings early in the season. The Dodgers, well, we were shutting out in 2 games. Do manage to win one. Start the season 2 and 5, 2 wins on the road. And then things get cooking at home. 2 out of 3 against Miami, 2 out of 3 against the Phillies. And it seems like we kind of get our bearings. We take 2 out of 3 against Arizona. Right now we sit at a series split with Oakland, and then we'll face Milwaukee as we shift home. We'll see how things go, but let's take a look at some of the things that have gone on for the Cardinals and the league as we sit at 18 games played. First, we'll take a look at the standings. The Phillies lead the NL East. Braves and Marlins both playing really good baseball as well. They're a game and a half back. Mets sitting at 500. We'll see them soon. And the Nats 6 and 12. In the Central, yes, we don't lead the division. I know it feels like we always lead the division wire to wire. You're 4.5 back. Part of the benefits of starting on Legend all the way through. Wins shouldn't be as easy to come by throughout the entirety of the season. There's no cushion. We're 9 and 9 in second place. Milwaukee 8 and 10. We'll see them really soon. Cubs 6 and 11. Pirates 5 and 13. Big thing for us, we have scored the second fewest runs in the division, but pitching again is our strength. Also, winning on the road is not our strength, but we hope to change that. We'll see how that goes. In the West, the Dodgers, no surprise, lead the division 16 and 5. D-backs are 12 and 6. Giants 10 and 9. The addition of Blake Snell. Padres 8 and 13. Rockies, of course, bottom dwellers 4 and 14. Not going to pay too much attention to the wild card. I'll just show the screen. It's way too early in the season. Have so many games to go. I'm not even concerned with it. In the AL East, the Yankees 12 and 7, Orioles and Rays 10 and 8, Blue Jays 10 and 9, Red Sox wishing they were in a different division 7 and 11. The Central, fun division here, Twins and Guardians both 11 and 7, Tigers 9 and 9, White Sox 8 and 10, Royals 7 and 11. The West, the Astros finally get above 500. They started the season very, very slowly, and for the better part of the last week, no one's had a winning record in this division, which is kind of wild. But they're 10 and 10. Rangers 9 and 10. A's, who briefly led the division, 8 and 10. Mariners 8 and 11. Angels, or the Trout and Company, 6 and 11. And then the AL wild card standings. Again, not going to pay too much attention to it. Way too many games to go. Not paying attention. If we look at some injuries around the league, obviously one for us, relevant one. He shouldn't be out long, but Arenado, a lat strain, pregame injury, is going to be out for a couple of days. Hopefully we'll have him back sooner rather than later. For the D-backs, we're about to face them again soon. Kelly, not on the IL, but is injured. Shoulder inflammation. Grichuk, a knee sprain. Bullpen arm. Mr. Nelson, lower back pain. So they're looking to get healthy. Might be one of the reasons why they've dropped. They were right behind the Dodgers, but they slowly started to slide back. Big loss for Baltimore. It's going to be a long time until Santander comes back. Broken forearm. Don't know how that happened. But that's a big bat in the middle of the lineup for Baltimore, so they hope to get him back soon and try to stay, close to New York and Tampa and Toronto for that matter too in the division race. Tyler O'Neill, also broken forearm. Unfortunately, dude is always hurt. Painful. He's really good talent when he can connect with the ball and stay healthy. That's a big loss for Boston early on. Grissom tore his Achilles, out for the season. Just bad luck for Boston. For the White Sox, a fractured shin for Lou Bob, so they'll get him back later in the season, but that definitely is going to be a significant injury. Young talent that they're hoping to develop loses some development time, and obviously they will miss his production. Minnesota, Chris Paddock pulls his groin. Oof. Out for a couple of days, so he'll miss a start, maybe two. Manuel Margot tore his calf. He's going to be out for a bit. Fractured foot for Brooks Lee. That's a minor leaguer, but still. A lot of fracture, a lot of injuries so far. Some big ones. For the Marlins, a big loss here. Jazz Chisholm, the cover boy of last year's game. Some knee cartilage damage. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks, so he's on the 10-day right now. No need to really shift him to the 60-day. He won't be out that long, but he definitely will miss a chunk of time. Or the Mets, a guy that I'm very familiar with. Ouch. Harrison Bader. Be out a month to two with a broken foot, so the Mets look to get a productive guy in the outfield. He's injured, and not only is he injured, Trace Thompson, while he may not be on the major league team, this is a guy that potentially could have filled his spot, or at least could be a backup guy. He's going to be out for a while too. Got to be careful with those feet out there in New York. And here we have a very big injury. The 60-day DL, Cincinnati, Elly De La Cruz. They've got off to a great start this season, and they're going to lose one of their most promising talents for a couple of months with a broken shin. See, 2 to 3 months. These are his attributes. We know that he is likely to develop to be a very good player in this franchise. It's a huge loss for them. Slow start for him, but still, his production and what he can do on the base paths, he will sorely be missed. Unfortunately for them, for us, they will lose some production. It might help us get back in this division race. We're not, super far back, but a couple of games, we might be able to make up some ground a little bit quicker with De La Cruz injured. And for Milwaukee, an injury that definitely will talk to us. We play them next, and Brandon Woodruff is going to be out 1 to 2 weeks. He has been a guy that has given me fits, honestly, more than Corbin Burns. He definitely will be missed, and we will take advantage of that right away, as we will not have to face him. You can see already 4 starts, he's got 2 wins, pitching well. They will miss him. Team rankings, we're going to look at that, especially the hitting ones, playing on legend from day one, and we're not going to change it no matter what happens. We're going to keep fighting through. So I wanted to take a look and see, one, what is the sample size of a season on legend with the hitting, and 2, what, in terms of improvements, what can we do? So batting average, whoa, we are terrible. 196, even worse than I thought it was. Wow, we're sub 200 as a team. I mean, to be fair, we've almost been no-hit twice. So when you're almost no-hit, you're getting absolutely no production. This clearly has to go up. We'll work towards that. We'll see how that goes. Runs, 26th in the league. One of the reasons why we have a losing record. We can't score. Or it's difficult to score. We're not last, but we're really not far from it. Hits, we're dead last. No surprise. Doubles, tied for last. Triples, pretty much tied for last. Home runs, not last in that, so that's good. Middle of the package, yeah, tied for 12th with 22, not bad. And it's not like there's one guy leading the way, so that also is something that's promising. Everyone is pitching in for home runs. You don't see a significant guy like, say, I don't know, like a Judge having 7 and a couple of guys with 3. So you like that. Stolen bases, normally we're last, but with the addition of Mason Wynn, we're a little more happy to run. Edman has 5, Wynn is 4, Walker has 1. I believe Newbar has the other one, so not bad so far. Caught stealing only twice, so you like that. Third in stolen base percentage. Hey, if we're not getting hits, we have to manufacture them somehow, right? Being able to draw walks and steal bases will definitely help towards that. So hopefully this is something that's, I don't think it stays that high, but we can still keep a really high stolen base percentage. Base on balls. We're going to be last in this for 2 reasons. One, we're not getting hits, so you don't really have to fear the hitters. So when pitchers pound the strike zone, we can't take advantage of it. This is something that irks me a little bit. I wish I was better at it. I do like, though, that the computer does throw more balls this year, so it should be a little bit easier to get walks. Talked about it on stream during franchise. I feel like when you face the computer, they will get behind in the count, but they will always get it back to a full count, and it's so difficult to draw walks on Legend. Sometimes you're just left kind of taking the pitch in hopes that it's a ball. So we'll see how that plays out. I know they patched it where they've showed an increase in throwing strikes. We don't know for sure if that is tied to franchise or if that's just tied to Diamond Dynasty. We'll have to see with a bigger sample size going forward. Strikeouts, by far the worst. 47 more than the Dodgers, and the Dodgers being second worst is a little bit of a surprise too. Multiple guys with over 20 Ks. Yikes. Now, we have to improve this. I just don't know how. It's a work in progress. I imagine we're going to be striking out a lot all season. I don't know what the team record is, but I'm pretty sure we're going to break it. But the good thing for us is, though we are very, bad at the plate right now, we're having our struggles. From a pitching perspective, we are the total opposite. We're third in ERA, so you love to see that. Lance Lynn almost throwing a perfect game. Gibson having a good couple of starts. Sonny Gray had a really good start too. So loving what I'm seeing out the pitching side of things, minus some bullpen players. We'll get to that later. Complete games, you have 1. Of course, that would be the almost perfect game. Shutouts, don't get that either. Or actually, no, we don't get that. Well, we did get that. Gave up a hit. I thought he gave up a run too. Well, we have 3 shutouts, that's why. So, pitching, fine. Or fine. Combined team shutouts. Saves. Seeing how we have a losing record, you can't imagine we're high on the list. We're in the middle of the pack with 5. Blown saves. This isn't good. We are tied for 25th. We're basically second to last in blown saves. That is a problem. The bullpen has not been very reliable. If we had a separate stat for bullpen ERA versus starters ERA, you would see why. So that is something that has to improve. This helps, at least if we're giving up runs. For the most part, they have to manufacture the runs. Not a lot of home runs. We're a lot of the fewest in the league. A lot of the fewest walks. That's not a surprise. That's always a thing. Strikeouts, not last. So that's good. I'm assuming middle of the pack. 14th. Not bad. Well, team-wise, some good, some bad.